Teddy Bridge quarterback.
I don't know about being fine, but
I one of my favorite guys too, and it's a shame because he was really ready to take over that Minnesota franchise, and now since then he's bouncing around, but he's talented, but he's also not just talented, he's not happy, at least with the way they ran things in Carolina. We talk so much about Sam Darnold going to Carolina. Oh, he's got Joe Brady, he's got Matt Rule. They're really going to get the most out of him. Well, Teddy Bridgewater kind of revealed something about the experience in Carolina with Joe Brady.
Threw some water on that fire.
Kind of revealed.
A little bit, yeah. Like just put the curtain back. Like, you know what? It wasn't quite a great experience.
Here's a knife, just the edge of the knife, going right into piercing the skin. Just a little bit.
Was this petty, or was this just him letting you know it's not what you think? This is from the All Things Covered podcast. Take a listen to Teddy Bridgewater.
I'll just say this for Joe Brady's growth. I think, man, like, that organization, they'll have to like just practice different things, you know, in different ways. Like one of the things we didn't do much of when I was there, we didn't practice 2 minutes, really. We didn't practice red zone, you know.
What?
So
it was the most important thing.
What?
What? That's what
you used to have a whole day devoted for 2 minutes in red zone. That's Thursday practice.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I guess the game man is becoming about science, you know, and trying to keep guys healthy. So you didn't practice on Fridays there, but you walk through like you walk through the red zone stuff.
What?
And then Saturday you come out and practice red zone, but you only get like 15 live reps, and guys reps will be limited.
Now we talked about this yesterday. Key, how important are those red zone reps and, you know, working on 2 minute and everything else that he talked about?
Look at this. It's extremely important. When you think about it, look at the
under 2 minutes.
Yeah, just look at the ESPN2. Look at the rankings where they're at. They're dead. They're at the bottom of every category that makes sense in the 2 minute drill in the fourth quarter.
Right. QBR 30th, off target percentage, offense 31st, interception percentage 29th, sacks tied for 30th. That is their under 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, and no touchdowns. So didn't spend a lot of time on it in Carolina, and the numbers tell you it shows.
And what's so crazy about it, and I know you'll laugh when I say this, if they needed to put me in the 2 minute to play quarterback in the league, I would have been able to do it. No, don't know how efficient I would have been, but I would have been able to do it because I was prepared. I knew everything because that's all we did. Mm-hmm. Every single team I've ever been on, whether it was John Fox, a defensive-minded coach, we ran the 2 minute. I mean, it's just we could do it blindfold.
Why are you laughing?
Just because I love Kid.
Man, it's like, true.
Never played a quarterback position before, but if you put me in that, I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it.
You can do it because you prepared for it, though, Jay. When you prepare for something.
You never played it. Well, have you?
You're prepared for it.
No, but I get what he's. You get what
I
he's
get what he's
saying.
Yeah.
Literally.
I know.
I mean, I've thrown passes in the NFL.
See, that's what I'm saying. I knew we were going to go.
I actually
that's exactly
never
where I go with
completed any of them, but I've thrown a few. But it's one of those deals where when you're prepared, you can go to sleep and know it's in the red zone. Every single Friday was a huge red zone period. That was all we did was red zone. The whole day. We either go up and down the field or they put it in a certain position in the red zone at 30. We would probably be the 30 in, I think 25 in. That was our red zone period. And we would just everything. One-on-ones in the red zone, 7-on-7 in the red zone.
Yeah, so clearly
half
it's
Skelly in the red
zone.
zone.
By the way, you look at Minnesota for the Panthers, 1 point loss. At New Orleans, 3 point loss. Vegas, 4 point. They have a lot of those games.
Struggle.
Right in those margins. Here's what I will say for Sam Darnold, though, because automatically people went to, should Sam Darnold be worried? Sam Darnold needs to go into North Carolina and say, look, I've had a lot of mistakes that have happened during my first several years with the New York Jets. I get it. I was with Adam Gase. If these reports are true, then Joe Brady, let's fix this. Sam Darnold needs to own this franchise, and it starts with him voicing his concern and addressing that with the coaching staff.
Is that him, though? Now, listen, Matt,
it needs to be
hang
him.
on a second.
It's evolution.
You're right, but Matt Rule, of course, did respond to this, the head coach of the Panthers.
Of course he did.
In a press conference with reporters regarding what Bridgewater said about the team's preparation.
I'm never really going to say anything bad or talk badly about any of our players or contradict them. And
And I think for me, that extends to former players. So, I'm on record as stating how I feel about Teddy. I expect him to do great things. I will always cheer for him. I'm sorry that maybe he doesn't maybe feel the same way about some things, but for me, I'm going to be the same guy. I'm going to continue to always support the guys who played for me. But I feel really good about what we do. I want to make sure I say that I feel really good about the way we practice and our process. I'm disappointed to hear that he didn't feel the same way.
Amazing that he spent most of that cut just trying to diffuse any issues that he might have with Teddy, trying to take the high road.
Praising Teddy.
It took him to the end to say, "Oh, what we do though, I'm confident in it." Doesn't mean they shouldn't change it though.
I don't.
It was coach's
What's
speak.
the matter?
Coach, yeah,
That's coach speak.
Well, you want him to be classy.
He's big on relationships.
Hey, was he supposed to bash Teddy Two Gloves back?
Yeah, you can't.
You're not going to do that.
It's not bashing him. I'm not asking you to bash him, but explain to me what it is that you do.
I'm going to give you a Keyshawn Johnson. Why do I need to explain to the media what I do? Why I do?
Well, because you're a coach and a former player is saying he failed at his job because you guys didn't prepare him in the 2-minute nor the red zone. So I just want to know what is it that you're doing, because you traded for another quarterback that may have the same experience that Teddy had. Then what? And then you tell me on top of that, you believe in what you're doing. Clearly, what you're doing isn't working.
You're so funny, man. We sat up here last year and argued about Doug Peterson not telling the media why he needed to do things. And now you're going to sit up here and tell me that now you need Matt Rule to explain to the media why he does it?
I'm talking about explaining what Teddy is saying.
I know, but
Teddy is saying, an indictment on who you are. Nobody bashed on the team Doug Peterson. No one bashed Doug Peterson. Teddy Bridgewater is basically saying that Matt Rule and Joe Brady have no idea what the hell they're doing.
And you're saying so he's forced to address this because it's a player revealing something going on with your preparation, and you need to make sure that doesn't become a thing around the league like, hey, those guys don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
So I have to answer it because it's a player, not somebody in the media saying
exactly,
it.
100%.
But you could also, if you're Matt Rule, and I think that's why he was taking the high road, I think what he was trying to suggest is Teddy's trying to give an excuse for a poor performance. And if you're Teddy, you're like, man, I'm on like my third team in 3 years.
I mean, by the way,
I'm not
in
a
lot
bad
of those
quarterback.
games too, like Teddy was not great.
Well, yeah, that was the feeling.
It's
there.
like, okay,
he wasn't
if you're
enough.
if you're not prepared in the 2-minute in the red zone, you're not going to be good. And I understand what Teddy was saying. I
agree with
based on science and load management or whatever you want to call it, to get people off their feet. Yes, you rest. But if you're not getting the timing down where you can see things mesh and people are running around, you're not going to be successful at it.
Keyshawn J.
That's
Will.
the only guy.
Go ahead, finish that thought.
Man,
Go ahead and put it out there.
We gotta get out of
Keyshawn
here.
J. Will Zubin, brought to you by Navy Federal Credit Union.